Good morning and welcome to Tuesday, August 8th. This is session 8 of my $1 million journey. My name is Edward James Carey. Welcome to Praxis Living, where I create content to help you create the life that you desire. As you know, if you're following this series, I am on a personal journey to create $1 million out of $50,000, and I intend to do it by the end of 2023. Yesterday was a short day, if you were following the session, and I left even before the day really began, and I had a couple of sell orders up. We're gonna see and check in on how that went. We're gonna see what the market did over the day yesterday as well as overnight. And then we're gonna get into what the plan is, at least my plan, for today, Tuesday, August 8th. Stay tuned, markets open in just a few minutes. So I'm back with just a couple of minutes left to go in the market opening today. We've got a few things to talk about, so come with me over to the scoreboard here, as I like to call it. First of all, I wanna say this. Every Tuesday for the past 3 weeks, Tuesdays have been, for some unknown reason, the day of the week that I earn the most money in trading. I think 3 weeks ago, I had over a $1,000 day, and then 2 Tuesdays ago, I had a $1,900 day. Last Tuesday, I still had over 700 in the day. And this Tuesday, my plan is to have no exception to this rule. My plan is to make a good amount of money today. Now, as you recall, in yesterday's session, I had given myself a balance of $200 just to keep going through the day, and I tried putting in a couple of small trades, 3 shares at 37.10, 2 shares at 35.94, and then I set sell limit orders, and you can see that this green line here represents $36.64. This is the dollar cost average break-even point of all 5 of those shares. If I sell all 5 of those shares above 36.64, then I make a profit on all 5 shares. Now, as you can see yesterday I was expecting a shot up, and this is good, but it's not what I expected to see. As you can see, it took the entire day just for the share value to get back up right to my break-even point. So what I had decided to do last night at the close of the market was just to keep my 5 shares overnight, because I thought, you know what? I'm gonna catch them on opening bell on the market activity when there's a major shift, and I'm gonna just sell out my 5 shares then. As you can see, overnight, I come up and I wake up to this. Look at this. The share values have not held at their previous close of 36.65, which was down by 3.04% for the day. They're also down in the pre-market today over another dollar and almost $1.50. They're down again. Ladies and gentlemen, $35.23, around that, for shares of AI, that is almost as low as it goes over the past 6 months. Well, 3 months for sure. That's almost as low as I've ever seen it. So this is a day where I expect a couple of very specific things. And I'm gonna explain what those are. Number 1, if the share value drop-off is not finished yet, today it is going to finish. Number 2, if the share values decide to skyrocket, I am gonna capitalize on that opportunity. Now, the market's just open, so I wanna show you what I've done here. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I do not recommend you try anything that I'm doing. I'm just showing you my personal journey. What I have done, since I could not resist, I added myself another $5,000 plus of US capital, which I intend to capitalize on right this second. Because I could not handle seeing shares of AI drop so low without me having a piece of it. So I'm going to put up 75 shares right now. I'm going to see if I can catch these on an upswing. All right, so I got these. Oh, where's my buy? Come on, guys. Okay, 75 shares. It looks like it was just filled. I don't know what the delay is with this. $35.34. Let me log that down. 75 times 35, 34. I'm gonna try to catch an early morning play on this because I honestly expect to see shares of AI value blast through the roof in green today. There's not a lot much more that is gonna happen here before major whale traders come in and decide to take advantage of this capital opportunity. Buying in right now, I expect to see green buy orders of as much as 50,000 shares or higher this morning, right close to the opening. Because people are gonna wanna capitalize on this. There is an easy 10 to 15% on capital to be made over the next 48 hours, probably even today. Now, the reason I went in with 75 shares was just in case I saw this, a sell-off continue in the morning. I literally do not know why people are selling shares this low. It's as if people intentionally want to lose money selling this low. People should be buying. There shouldn't even be a fucking consideration to sell shares below $35, but yet people do it. And you know what? I'm not those people. I'm going to let those people sell to me. I'm gonna buy them. So I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna load up my guns again for a second wave. How many can I buy this time? 75? I can. I'm gonna have to limit buy those though. So let's go 34, 34. Ooh, I might have missed it. Hang on, I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna go back to my sell. I'm gonna sell my 75 shares. I paid 35.34. So I want at least 35.65, we'll call it. And let us just ride with my finger on the trigger here, past the 35.65 mark, and hopefully even a lot higher than that. But 35.60 for sure. Let's go. Come on. 35.45. Here we go. We're starting to climb here. Yeah, that's not enough money. I can't sell there. I don't want to sell there. Keep going. Keep going. Don't be shy, man. You got a long way to go up. A long way to go up. I want to see these shares closing at over $38 a share today. That's up over $3. I know I'm asking a lot, but you know, considering that they dropped over $6 a share in the past 3 days, actually they dropped $9 per share in the past 3 days. I don't think asking for $3 in one day is too much of a stretch. 35.35. You stubborn motherfucker. Doesn't want to go up past 35.40 today. What is wrong with these people? Insane. I'm just gonna sit and I'm gonna wait. I've still got money loaded to double down on another 75 shares for the morning. It's kind of crazy just watching this. My brain still cannot process why the world is letting shares of AI drop this low. I mean, the last news that I heard, even the CEO of the company itself bought in shares at like $43 and something cents a few weeks ago. He must, he's the CEO of his company. Obviously, he knows what's in the future for his own company. I'm just aware of what he's done. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, if I can't figure this out, I'm wondering what is going through his mind. All right, it looks like it is getting such strong sell resistance. All these people wanting to throw their money in the toilet. 30,000 there, 22,000 there. It's insane. Another thing that I'm looking for when the share value is this low, and one of the reasons I funded my account so heavy to get in on this, is what is called sell or what is called shorting the market. I don't want to go into great detail on what that is, but what it is in general is shorting the market is you borrow money to sell shares when they're really high, like they were 3 days ago, $44.75. Big players will short the market. They'll borrow the capital to sell the shares on the open market, get the immediate funding in their account. And then they'll wait for the shares to go down, where they can buy them back off the market in order to repay the loan that they took out to short the shares. When I see the value down at $35.25, I am resting assured that I am going to see some major players closing their short positions when the share valuation is down this low. And even if it doesn't happen immediately this morning, we're not far away from seeing that happening. Anywhere at this value, 35 or even as low as 32, if it dares to go that low, I'm expecting to see all these major green spikes in volume from all of these heavy players that do short selling on AI to close their shorts before it bounces back up and they get stuck with their short squeeze. It's called a short squeeze. When people who short the market are holding on to all these shares waiting for the value to drop, if people begin to rally and buy the shares instead and drive the value up, they get squeezed into their position because they can't buy the shares to get back out. All right, 37, 35, 38, and we're climbing back up again. I'm looking for at least 35.65 on this trade. I'm also expecting the market just to, I'm going to be shocked if I see the market pissing around down at this value for too long today. I expect by 7:30, we're going to see a major rally beginning to happen, going up, straight up all day long. I've got other positions to close as the share value recovers. But this capital that I put into my account this morning, you following along the series, I completely understand if you feel as though I'm cheating, because even I feel that I'm cheating just a little bit. But you know what? I really don't give a shit. Yes, I injected another 5,000, but that 5,000 is not going to be staying in this account for very long. Okay, we're getting back up. Here we go, past my sell order of 35.65, and it shot up so fast that I think that there's potentially a little bit of steam left. And I've noticed that I've been selling my morning positions too early, and then it goes like 10 or 15 or 20 cents higher in some cases than what I wanted. Now in this one case, it looks like it didn't. It looks like it got slammed back down by sellers. Oh my goodness, they're just raining on my parade today, but I'm holding steady. I think that we're probably going to see at least 35.80, 35.90 easily before I have to concern myself with letting this position go. Man, we're already back down to where I bought in again. My goodness. Come on, guys, figure this out. Wouldn't the world just be a happier place if everybody could get along and agree? I see this buying, selling, and everybody's like pitted against each other. Nope, we're not letting you go up there. We're selling. Nope, we're not letting you sell and drive down this low. We're buying. I'm on the buying side today. Now, There's a thought that just came in my mind. Oh man, why didn't I sell when I saw my 35.65? Well, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it, but I'm seeing the top wick of that candle. Look at the top wick of that green candle there. I don't know if you can see this. There's just a bare smidgen of green, and then it was almost as if the exact same amount of sell orders came in as buy orders on that volume of 11,000 shares. And by the way, these volumes are still very, very low. 26,000, 30,000, 22,000, 17,000. These are not typical volumes. I expect to see volumes that are as high as 50 to 60,000 shares at a time. Not this little piddly 20,000, but I think everybody is asleep on AI right now. I think, there's a lot of good companies to trade in the industry, so no surprise that likely when people saw shares at 44.75, everybody said, we're not touching AI for another 5 to 10 days. We'll come back and check it then. Because they know, anybody who's been playing in the AI sandbox long enough knows these cycles. Insane high valuation followed by a tremendous crash and a low valuation, which we're seeing right now. I think we're pretty much safe. I would say 80% safety, trading below $36 a share, closer to $35 a share. I'm not expecting to see a lot more depreciation in capital today before things start going up. Even right now in the morning, I can see that normally instead of trending down, we are already trending up. If you can see these lines, it's hard to tell so early in the morning, but I can see that the movement is already beginning to shift up. But what is my plan today? So my plan is to take the 5,500 capital, just under, the 5,500 capital that I have in my account today, make as much money as I can working with that today, close the positions before the end of the day. That's critically important, so that I can then take the money back out of my account that I put in this morning, balance the account out. I'll keep the profit though, to move on to tomorrow with a trading day. And if tomorrow turns into a day where I can only play with $200 or $300, I'm good with that. I'm perfectly fine with that while waiting for my bigger trades to close, because I don't think it's going to take very long to get back up there. So anyway, that's my plan for the day. Let's go back and just keep an eye on what is happening today. 35.32. 6.43. I think that this time, if I see it go back above 35.65 again, I may as well just take this short trade and just close it, because I do want to be prepared to have my full capital in hand if the market decides not to drop today. If it decides to just keep swinging up, then I want my capital to, well, first of all, I've got half my capital in, so that's fine, but I want to put the rest of my capital in as well to catch that market increase. But at this point, I don't see the sign of that happening yet. I see the sign of the market being indecisive, as it normally is, and I am waiting to see whether I double down on the deployment of my remaining capital. And I also want to let you know right now on camera, I have been noticing a pattern in my own trading behavior. I'm normally going for 2 short-term trades every morning. And I normally hit the first one, no problem. But I seem to always get stuck with the second one. And what it results in is it results in me holding those shares all day long. And even if the market, because the market goes into a plummet, I miss the bottom for the day, and I miss all of the rallying appreciation that comes along with buying in at the bottom. So just so you know, don't expect to see me making 2 trades in the morning anymore. I'm gonna be going for 1, and that's it. And I might have even already missed this one. It's still too early to tell, but this will be the only one that I'm even setting up for. The only next trade that you will see is not until maybe 8 o'clock in the morning. So at 6:45, that is an hour and 45 minutes away. Obviously, I'm not gonna sit here on camera that long. I will take a break and I will leave and let the market sort itself out. if I see the trend and that pattern happening, and then I'll just come back. But I'm just sharing and trying to be transparent with you as to what you can expect is going on in my mind. $34.94, we have dropped below $35. I didn't think that I would see this, but I am. $34.94. I'm almost tempted to buy in again down there, but I'm not going to, because it's not that far below $35.34 anyway. It's only 40 cents a share, and to me that's not worth it. If I get stuck with all my money in at $35 a share, and it wants to sink another $1 to $2 a share, I don't want to be holding shares when that happens. I want to be buying them after it happens. So again, this morning we are just sitting, chilling, listening to the sounds of stream beats as usual from Harris Heller. Likely every video I do is going to have stream beats in it, just so that you know. I just am in so much love with the quality of the music that he provides, as well as the fact that he does not care at all about making, about sticking people with royalties for using his music. He gets royalties from people using his music already, automatically. And he's decided that he is cool with that, just getting the royalties from the streaming that people do. And apparently it's been working great for him. So I'm definitely on board with Harris Heller's camp. But yeah, the stream beats make the resting and waiting all the much more tolerable for me. Not exactly sure what I would feel like without them. Playing around again, starting to go sideways already. Wow. 35.21, almost getting back to where I bought in. 35.29, looks like it might be getting ready to make another attempt going up. This time I'm looking for it to break this past resistance of $35.68 and go even higher. Again, I am completely convinced that people are going to notice this and they're going to come in and they're going to buy heavy. Let's look at what a couple of other things are doing. AMD. AMD is down to $113. That is almost a prime buy opportunity. Ooh, it's on the way down. Interesting. Now yesterday it closed at 116 and it opened $3 down. Again, I've been keeping my eyes on AMD, just so you know. I think that I'm going to be migrating to AMD shortly for day trading purposes. I've been noticing that the lows typically hit around $110, 107. 107 is a low, but normally around 110, 109, 110 I can see here. Now that being said, this has only been going on since May. I mean, in May it was down to $81 a share, and today it's up in the $113 space. Another one I'm watching is Tesla. Tesla at $245 would normally be a scream buy, but with the stuff I see in the media right now regarding Tesla, their steering issues, I'm kind of was expecting to see something like this, because normally the low point on Tesla has been about 250-ish, 255. 252, 255, 254. This past resistance from June is 241. So right in the space right here, unless they're on a major downward trend, now might be a good time for buying in on Tesla for a short-term swing trade. But I am playing with AI today, so let's go back there. I'm looking for my ability to close my position. $35.65. But again, we're down below $35 again. And we're already at the point of the morning, 6:51. Now it's getting really risky for me to expect that position to close before I see a significant sell-off. I may have passed on the opportunity to sell it right there, which is fine if that's what happened. And I may have to just wait out the market for the morning and double up my position if this decides it wants to go down to 33 or 32.50. Whatever. I don't care. I've got money ready to buy when it does. That being said, I'm still of the opinion that we could see $38 in close today. $35.12. Look at that opening. For considering we are only 20 minutes into the opening, from yesterday's close, it is already down another 4%. So if you've been paying attention, you've literally unconsciously seen shares of AI drop from a high of $44.75, not even a week ago, down to $35.08. That is almost a reduction of, that's almost a 30% reduction. My goodness. Is that really what it is? Can't be that bad. $9. It's about a 20% reduction, okay? So on the way down, 20% reduction, but that 20% going back up, it's more than 20%. It's more like 23 to 24% on the way back up, just because of how percentages work in math. I'll tell you, if I had my $50,000 to deploy today in order to collect a quick 15 to 20% over the next 5 days, I wouldn't even need to sit here every day trading. I would just put my money in now, take the rest of the week off, and come back on Friday to see what's going on. $35.27, and again, it looks like it's making an upward play, but I don't know if it's got the steam to do it. I know it wants to, but I'm looking at this volume, and this volume is nothing to be bragging about. The highest volume here was 43,000 shares, and that's in the red. So it looks like people were selling there. Again, I don't know why people are selling at this low. Do not know why. I'm trying to think of instances where people could have possibly even bought the shares lower than $35. Okay, even yesterday, it only dropped down there. Like, I don't see a $35 entry point until way back here, June 23rd. That is over a month and a half ago. If people are still holding those shares and they've watched all of this activity go up and they didn't sell them up at $44.71, and now they've watched it come all crashing down, and as a result, now they're selling after they paid $31, $32, $33 for it? It doesn't make any sense to me. That's just fear, that's ignorance, that's stupidity when it comes to trading. Emotions and trading do not mix. I don't know how many times I mentioned that, but it's important to point out. You cannot rely on your emotions when it comes to trading. Emotions will get you pinched in both directions, going up or going down. Okay, 35.55. We're back up at 35.55. Again, it's making a bolt up. But then it hit a brick wall at 35.55. And now it's dipping again. So what am I going to do? Am I going to cave in? Am I going to lower my expectation from 35.65? Should I? I really don't want to. Let's see, I got 34.34. Okay, so let me go 35.60. See if that makes it any easier at all. That'll still give me 25 cents per share. And we're at 35.61. Again, I'm holding finger on the trigger. 35.63. You gonna go back up to where I originally wanted, 35.65? I don't see heavy volume coming in, but it's likely to as soon as I click confirm order and sell my position. It's then likely to come in and drop like 60,000, 80,000 buy shares and launch it back up to $36 plus. Look, you see what I said? Good thing I was holding. You see what I mean about not giving into emotion? I was sitting here with the fear of, oh, I'm gonna miss my sell. I felt it and I ignored it. And now all of a sudden we're at 35.75. Again, I don't see volume coming in. I would like to see this continue going up, but I do not have the confidence that it might do that this early in the morning. Because if it did, it would be strong right now coming in. There would be waves of 50 to 60,000 buying orders coming in right now if this was going to continue on its way up. So I'm going to sell right there. Okay, I'm going to close my position. I saw that red coming in. And let's see what I have done now. So I have sold my shares at 35.67. I got more than I expected by 2 cents per share. Let me get rid of this. We don't need to see yesterday that I made a whopping total of 92 cents. Yesterday I made no money. 92 cents? Okay, no, I didn't make no money. I made 92 cents. That couldn't even buy me a biscuit. It couldn't even buy me a coffee when I went out yesterday. So today I need to make up for yesterday. So let's go 26, what do we got? 26.75. 36 minus 26.50, 75. Okay, so $24.61 there. I am up $24.61 for the day so far. And now I have recovered my capital for the morning. I'm back up to $5,500 in capital, as you can see. And I'm waiting to decide what to do next. Now, again, like I said a few minutes ago, here is where I normally see this dip here. I'm looking at this red and I'm going, ooh, there's a nice juicy opportunity to get in on a second trade. Not doing that stupid shit today, all right? $35.56 a share. I am not buying in at $35.56. We are at 6:58 a.m., almost 7 o'clock in the morning. I am taking a break. I'm going to do some meditation and cool down my head. I'm gonna let this market play out. If it skyrockets up and I miss it, that's fine. I've got other shares that I'm waiting to close today anyway. If it decides to go down during my break, I will come in and I will capitalize heavy on that opportunity later in the morning. So stay tuned. Today is Tuesday. Today is money day. Historically for me, I will be back in a short bit. All right, I decided to come back and give the market just another check interim in the morning. Let's see what's going on today. I'm looking for the trend to see what's going to be happening or to get an idea of what may be going on and what to expect with AI. We're at 7:30 a.m. now. That is 1 hour after the opening bell. And I made my first play of the day. I passed on doing a second play, even though it looks like I could have had tremendous room today to do a second play, but let's leave that alone. Instead of what I expected to see, which was a steep sell-off early over the morning today, it looks like that the shares are holding value at their current valuation of $35.50, $35.70, and it looks like it's beginning to trend up. It's still a little bit early in the morning for me to see such a dedicated trend going up. I'm not sure how I feel about what I want to do here. I could throw my money in right now, hoping that it's going to continue to climb all day and capitalize on that. Now, as I'm sitting here talking, you can see that steep red sell-off bar that just happened there. I'm just thinking out loud. I could throw money in there, hoping that it's going to continue this rally up today, which I was kind of hoping that it would. But I already have everything that I previously had in the market that I would like to see coming back, rather than throwing more in. I would have thrown heavy money at it had I come back to see a steep sell-off so that I could get in on that bottom position and then ride the upward activity throughout the day. But it looks like that may already be happening, or this is a fugazi, which means it's fake. It looks like it's going up, and it's looking like it's a good opportunity to throw money in. And then I do, and then all of a sudden in 30 to 40 minutes, it turns around and just goes crashing down again. So I don't know what the good play is here. I think what I'm going to do so that I don't completely miss out is I'm going to consider a small buy, not a heavy one. I'm going to consider a small buy-in just in case this wants to go up to $3 a share. I certainly don't want to be missing out on that. So I think I'm going to buy 50 shares, sounds about right. That'll still leave me a lot of money to dollar cost average in case I miss this call. And in case I come back in another hour and it decided to go down instead of up. But in the other hand, if it decides to keep going up and I make $1 to $2 per share on a lot of 50 shares, I don't mind that at all while I'm waiting for my others to close. So I'm going to buy 50 shares of AI. Is it finished dropping there? I'm going to buy them right there. And I'm going to see what I got in here at. Okay, so I am 50 shares in to AI. At a value of $35.72 each. Okay. Oh yeah, look, it started to go down, but that's okay. Let's see, 35.72. 35.72 times 1.5, no. 35.72 times 1.05. I'm looking for some long aggressive growth. Let's go 37.54 is the minimum. All right, so I'm going to set these at 37.85. Actually, I don't need to set a sell limit on these at all. I'm going to be here all day, and I'm going to check back several times throughout the day. I'll just see where those shares happen to be at, keeping in mind that I only paid $35.72 for them. I don't want to set a sell limit on them when I know that I'm going to be around to monitor. Because for some reason, if I step away for 20 minutes and it blasts up and hits my sell limit and then continues to climb past that, I don't want to sell my shares. So yeah, I'm just going to keep that hold. I'm going to keep it free holding. And this was just a check-in at around 1 hour into the market. I'm going to continue enjoying my morning, and I will be back soon. And we will see how this day continues to play out. I now have some new skin in the game, so I'm not completely missing out on any upward activity. But I'm also not so heavily involved that in case it turns down, I can't capitalize on that either. So I'm trying to win in both directions today. Stay tuned. We'll see how this Money-Making Tuesday plays out. All right, I am back to have another look at the market. It is 8:35 a.m. Let us take a look at what is going on. Okay. I have no clue what is going on with AI today. I think I bought somewhere around up here for 35.72, and then it went down and it bounced back up. It didn't even get back up to where I bought it. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, you know what? I don't like what is going on with AI right now. So I think that what I am going to do is I am going to explore a different option today. Let us see what I can find here. All right, so I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to take a look at AMD. AMD is one of the companies that I have been thinking of moving into anyway. And look at this. AMD, decent places to buy are below 113 and even down as low as 110. As what I can see back here, 112, 112. It looks like it dipped right down to 111 today, but I see a buying opportunity is basically what I'm saying with AMD. So I am going to go into AMD, and what can I do here? I think I can afford to maybe pick up 30, around 35. Nope, 35 is too much. Let's go 30 shares of AMD. I'm gonna buy 30 shares of AMD, and I'm gonna see what happens with AMD today. I'm not playing with AI if it doesn't want to play fair. So I now have 30 shares of AMD at 112.30. $112.30. All right, so now just so you know, I am completely new in trading AMD. I've only done it once before. I think I caught it in one of the earlier sessions. I experimented with AMD by picking up, I think, just 4 shares of it. And then it turned around. It became one of my best trades out of all the trades that I've made in the past 2 weeks. I left it overnight and it hit $4 per share profit. Now, $4 per share on AMD, that's kind of the same as making about $1.10 or $1.20 profit on 1 share of AI, which is becoming more and more difficult to do with AI. But for AMD, that seemed like a small swing, $4 a share, because some of the ranges on AMD, I've seen AMD swing a range of $13 to $18 in a single day. So I don't know if it's going to do that today, but again, I just happened to see this this buying opportunity here. It opened up higher today at 114, almost 115, spent the morning scooping down, and then dropped again significantly around 8 o'clock to 8:30. And right now, I don't know if the pattern is the same for AMD as it is from what I see with AI, where 8:30 to 9 a.m. is a low point in the day. But I am going to play and I am going to see. AMD is either going to continue to slightly sink, or it looks to me like it's starting to catch a little bit of steam going on an upward trend. So I'm hoping I made a reasonable purchase in on AMD at 112.30. And we'll see what happens here. Again, I'm not sure if I want to set a sell limit on AMD in case it goes up. I don't know if I want to close it automatically. I think I might want to hold on to it and come back later in the day and see manually what has gone on with AMD. In the meantime, flipping back over to shares of AI, AI is basically flatlined today. There is no beating, there is no rhythm, there is no pumping in this value today. Even the highs to the lows, the low is 35.23 The high is 35.88 at best. There isn't even room to play there, even if I wanted to, because this stock is so risky and volatile compared to AMD. I mean, AMD, if I'm going to have my money being held multiple days in a trade, I feel a lot more comfortable with my money in a company like AMD. I mean, who is going to suddenly stop purchasing computer chips? I think it's kind of ridiculous to think that AMD is likely going to go bankrupt anytime in the foreseeable future. So I would rather hold my trades in something that has significant intrinsic value, like AMD. Even Tesla, I don't think is as stable as AMD as far as holding cash. Now, then again, the most successful company in the world by far today is Apple. But I mean, look at what has happened to the mighty Apple. I don't know what is going on here, but Apple reached a high back here of 197 on July 27th. And then moving into August, there was a little bit of a slump there down to 193. And then it went back up and hovered and played around 196 to 195. And dropped again down to 193, 192-ish. But then all of a sudden here, overnight, it went from like 190, and then opened the next morning at like 183. And it's even lower than that today, 178. I don't really know what's going on with Apple. I haven't been paying attention to the news, so unless something major happened with Apple, I don't really know why their shares are dropping $20 in a day or two. Again, there might be a significant opportunity to make money on Apple if it's going to go back up to 193 per share, but we don't know that. We don't know whether it will. We don't know even if it does. We don't know how fast it will go. Let's see what's going on with AMD. Okay, so AMD, the purchase that I made, looked like it might be on an uptrend and now swinging down again. So that's okay. There's not a lot I can do in there. I'm pretty sure AMD will go back up. If not today, it'll go back up tomorrow or the next day. So I'm not terribly concerned there. But it looks to me like today is going to be a day of waiting. Ooh, wow, what a significant sell-off on AMD right after I purchased. I confess, I don't like seeing that. I don't really know what's going on with the major sell-off in AMD right now. 8:43 a.m. I'm confident that it won't stay down for long, even if it dips down. Again, we are going into territory that AMD has not gone into since, okay, that was August 3rd. That was just last week. But down here is the next lowest point at 109, and that looks like, oh, was that August 3rd as well? Same day? Looks like it was. Let's switch this to 1 day intervals. That can't be right. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. I'm gonna have to learn how to use TradingView a little bit better than I do. I'm not really sure why this significant sell-off. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it this low since at least last week. So I do see that it's going down lower than what I purchased this at. I do see that it's going down lower than what I just purchased it at. But again, it's AMD. I'm not terribly concerned. I wouldn't be surprised at all if I come back later this afternoon and AMD has gone all the way back up to like 114 or 115 even. And at which point I might sell it and make a reasonable profit for the day. But as far as AI goes, when it comes to AI, I am just playing the waiting game. I do not know what has gone on with AI. It looks like nobody's interested in trading it today. 5.9 million shares in the day so far, and it's 8:45, so that's still a little bit low for volume for the day. Here's yesterday though. Yesterday AI opened at, I think it was here, 37.90-ish something, dropped, went back up a little bit, continued to drop horribly throughout the morning, all the way down to 34.46, and then meandered its way slowly up, finally crossed my break-even point of the 5 shares that I purchased yesterday. But I knew that I wasn't going to sell just to break even, so I decided to hold them overnight, and in this case, it did not pay off as I had hoped that it would. And not only did it open lower today, but look at the volatility. The volatility today is next to nothing. It's almost literally traveling in a flat line sideways. And that does not make for profitable trading at all. So I'm playing the waiting game with AMD, or I'm playing the waiting game with AI. I have a bit of skin in with AMD. That is about all that is going on right now. It is 10 to 9. It is time for me to go and enjoy some other things in this day. I'm gonna go for a walk, maybe do some meditation. I'll come back later in the day today to see what is going on with both of these companies, AMD and AI, to see if today is going to be a write-off day again or not. So stay tuned. We'll update shortly. All right, I am back. What time is it? It is 10 after 11 in the morning. I've been just chilling, doing some stuff, and now I'm back to check what is going on in the markets. Let's have a look. Okay. What an odd day. It's traveling slowly but surely on an upward trajectory, but certainly not as fast as I would like to see. It has been traveling up and down, consolidating up and down, and only now, as of about 10:15 in the morning, did it start escalating and heading in an upward trajectory. I would like to highlight this little piece here, from here to here, and as you can see, this upward momentum here looks like it could be a potentially good thing. But again, we're talking about AI. It could just as easily turn around and completely go back down, kind of like it's doing right now as I'm sitting here speaking. So again, let's see where we are at. This morning I bought 50 shares at $35.72. So we are over the $36 mark now. So far, we're at $36.09. Considering how long I'm holding these shares though, I would hope to get more than just not even 50 cents per share. I mean, if I'm going to consider closing this trade today, I want to see a little bit of effort in return for my money. $1 per share would be reasonable, but anything less than $1, I just don't know. I just don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, and by the way, and then there's 2 of the shares from yesterday that I purchased at $35.94. And so far I'm in the positive on those 2 shares all by themselves. So I have the opportunity at any point now to sell off 52 shares of my holdings. But we still have almost 2 hours left in the whole day. And I'm wondering if this is going to behave similarly to what I saw yesterday over here, as you can see. when it started going up, it kind of did sort of the same thing, just kind of went sideways. And then later in the day, right around that time again, 10:30, as you can see, it started going up a little bit, and then finally crossed this line up here. So I'm wondering, if I give it enough time, if we can see a similar pattern of behavior today. Now again, the volumes I'm looking at down here across the bottom of the screen, they look pretty low. And that seems to be normal right now in trading AI. The volume typically seems to be very low volume all day in general. As I'm sitting here talking and sharing with you guys, I see the green is going back. It's starting to go up again, 36.22. So I'm thinking that I want to leave this for a little while, because even though I could close my 50 shares right now and make a profit of almost 50 cents, well, that is about 50 cents right there. 72 to 22, that's 50 cents per share. But again, on closing 50 shares, that's only going to net me $25. I hope and I think that I can do better than that. Even today, I think I can do better than that. So I am going to be patient. I'm going to let things continue going. And I'm going to hope that we can get up above this line here of 36.64. Because I know that if I can at least get back up to 36.64, like I discussed yesterday, it will allow me the flexibility to not simply sell the 50 shares that I bought this morning, but it will also allow me the ability to sell off these 3 shares at $37.10, anywhere above that line of 36.64 as well. And then also these other 2 shares. So we're talking about 5 shares there that I could let go above that line of 36.64, but only if they all get sold above that line, including the 50 that I'm currently holding on to. So that's just one of the things I'm playing around with in my head. Let's check AMD. AMD is kind of doing a similar thing. It's not really doing a whole lot. It's kind of meandering. There doesn't seem to be a lot of heavy volume trading today, at least not in the sense of compared to the last few days. But I also do notice that we just crossed over $113 on shares of AMD today. I purchased my shares at $112.30. So we're starting to get into the range of being able to earn maybe $1 per share on my shares of AMD. And for AMD, $1 per share, that's pretty low. You know, I would hope that I was going to get at least $3 to $5 per share on a share of AMD if I was going to trade it. But if I want to recover my capital today and make a little bit of profit for the day, just, you know, to make sure that I'm establishing a little bit of positive income each day, because I can't live too many days in a row without any profitable trades. Like yesterday's a write-off. I was able to increase by 92 cents, but that's not a living. So today I would hope, you know, before the day's out, I'm really kind of hoping that I can figure out a way to add $150 to my account. On that $5,000 balance that I started with this morning, that's at least 2 to 2.5%, 2 to 3%. So I'm looking for that kind of return by the end of the day. Do I know if I'm going to get it? I do not. I do not know yet what is going to happen in the last hour and a half of the day. So I'm just going to wait it out. And I invite you to stay tuned with me. We'll see how this day plays out together. In the meantime, I will get back to enjoying my day. See you soon. Okay, I'm going to cancel both of my sell limit orders because I think I'd rather just close these out manually if I'm going to close them. So I'm still watching here. I'm still waiting to see if AMD is actually going to go up to $113.30. It's close enough to make it, but I don't know if it's going to get there. It's hard to say. 12:05 in the afternoon. I'm going to concentrate. This looks like to be the easiest one to let go of here. So I'm going to concentrate on liquidating AMD first. And then I'll go back to AI to see if I actually want to do anything there. Oops. Well, I accidentally closed that down, so that's done. Okay, I thought I had another screen to go before that closed. So that order actually got sold at $113.10. All right, so the math looks pretty straightforward on there. We go from 33.93.05, and then this morning I paid 33.68.94, and so I made $24.11. $24.11 there. Let us go back to shares of AI. And let's see if I can at least catch AI on an upward movement here. It looks like it's been sitting still, doing nothing for almost 2 minutes straight. Is that even possible? I suppose. I suppose it is. But it's funny, I'm looking here and it's like the candle hasn't even moved. Oh, it just did move. 1 penny. 36.05. Okay, so let's get in here. I think with these, I'm at least going to... I don't know if I want to sell all 52 at one shot. I paid $35.72 on 50. I paid $35.94 on 2 shares yesterday. If I sold those 2 shares now, I wouldn't even make 10 cents per share on those 2. So, you know what? I think I'm going to hold the 2 and concentrate on letting the 50 go for sure, because I definitely have profit on the 50. Now let me pay attention here. Continue. Okay, confirm. I don't want to confirm yet. Not yet. We still have some time left in the day. It's only 10 minutes after 1 here. I want to see if I can catch some kind of upward movement, some kind of upward spike. Maybe an extra 10 cents per share if possible. Oh, look at that. Look at that volume meter there. That is 4. Oh, it looks bigger than it actually is because I'm zoomed in. Okay, here we come in with some volume, 5,000 shares or 5,000 volume. But the needle is not even moving. Why is that? Okay, so it looks like I can't even trust the visual volume meters. Because we had 5,000 shares of volume activity and nothing happened. And now look. Now we have a sudden downward spike dropping from 36.05 all the way down to 35.98, and on a volume of 1,000 shares. There's obviously something broken between these volume meters and the actual activity in the market. I'm catching that all right here on video. So on a downward movement, I really don't want to sell on a downward movement. I'd prefer to sell on an upward peak. So I'm just going to give it a couple more minutes, waiting for it to change. It looks like I might have done the right thing selling off my AMD shares, because it didn't go up to 113.30. It got close, but it didn't quite make it. And then it dropped back down again to 112.91. Again, we still have 50 minutes in the day, so anything can happen. If within the next 50 minutes this starts shooting up to like $114, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit sore about that. And that could still happen here again with shares of AI. It could just shoot up another 20 to 30 cents per share. And I would like to actually catch that before I close, instead of closing first and then having it happen after. What is going to happen? You see, we're going in the wrong direction here if I want to close. Still got some time left in the day, got another 45 minutes, but this is not the right direction. This is not the direction I want to be traveling if I'm considering closing my position. Is this going to turn around and start going up a little bit? I think that if it is, I'm probably going to be getting ready to close my position here now. $35.72. Can I get 30 cents per share? Man, 30 cents per share. That is not a lot. Not considering how long I held it for. And again, I could hold them overnight and gamble on what the market's going to do before it opens tomorrow, but that didn't pan out today, so there's no reason to expect it's going to pan out tomorrow. Now, that being said, if I log in tomorrow morning and I see the pre-market rally up $1 over this price, again, I will know that I made a poor decision trying to sell them out in the afternoon today. So even these upward movements, I have to be very on point, because even these upward movements are getting lower and lower. We're on a downward trend in the afternoon here. And there's no indication that I can see anywhere that it's going to turn around within 45 minutes. So I may just have to accept whatever I can get if I'm going to close the trade and then move on. Yeah, I do not like what I'm seeing here at all. It has dwindled down from a high of $36.40 all the way back down to below $36 per share. Not good performance today, in my opinion. Am I going to close it? Am I going to hold on? What am I going to do? Okay, AMD looks like it has turned to go back up a little bit. Therefore, I'm expecting to see the same kind of movement in shares of AI. $36. Can I make at least 25 cents per share? Yes, because it's already there. AMD still ticking up? Or is it? It kind of is and it isn't. Nope, dropped down another 5 cents per share on AI. Obviously, waiting and holding on is not helping me. It's just making things worse by the minute. So I tried holding out to see if I could get a few extra cents per share, but just doesn't seem like it's going to happen today. AMD is still indecisive, doesn't know where it's going, doesn't know what it wants to do. And AI is following suit. All right, so I'm sitting here, I'm waiting, still waiting. $35.93, still waiting. If I end up waiting so long that it drops back down too low, then I won't sell them. I'll just hold on to them overnight. I can do either play. It doesn't matter to me at this point. Again, I see some good volume bars down here. Oh no, those are not good. I keep forgetting. I zoom in and it makes the volume bars look bigger, way bigger than they actually are. Oh, look at that. Look at that sharp green upward tick, back up, pushed it all the way back up to 36.02 again. I think I'm going to confirm right there and call it a day before it decides to change direction. And if it starts going up, well, then fuck you, if you can't take a joke. Okay, so 35.99 I actually got. I didn't get the 36.02. I got the 35.99. Okay, so let me log those at 35.99. And let's do the math on this. That was 33.93.05 from this morning. Oh, sorry, wrong number there. 17.99.60 minus 17.86.07. We're looking at $13.53. What a pitiful trade. $13 and... forgot the number. Forgot the friggin' number, man. It's so poor. $0.53. Not my best day. Profit is profit though, and now that I see the market is shooting up again, as it is, 36.10 and climbing, I think I'm going to go and I think I'm actually going to sell these last two shares that I'm holding on to from yesterday. And just get rid of them. Cash in hand is an asset. Cash in trades is a liability. I hope this is becoming clear. Look at this activity in the afternoon. It is funny that that keeps happening. Okay, so my 72, oops, what did I sell these at? 36.09. 36.09. And so on those two shares, what did I gain? I gained 72.19 minus 71.89. 30 cents. Wow! I made a whopping 30 cents on those two shares. Awesome. Okay. All right, well, I do feel a little bit better simply that I was able to close my positions that I bought today instead of letting the money tie over into tomorrow, because then I don't have as much flexibility. I don't have as much direct control over what goes on in the pre and post markets. So I'm sitting with a cash tradable balance of $5,600 US, which is more than I started with today, but not a lot more. Let us tally the day here and see how I did overall on the day. 30 cents plus $24.61, $13.53. 24.11 equals a total of $62.55. All right, so I earned a total of $62.55 today. Tuesday, supposed to be my money day, not this week. So my streak is broken. I had 3 good Tuesdays in a row, followed by today. And I don't feel as though I did anything incredibly wrong today. It just wasn't a really good day for volatility and trading in the market. Plain and simple. I think I actually did quite well considering the market activity. I bought in at a reasonable cost earlier in the morning, and I sold, not at the highest point of the day, but still I sold on a win. And I did exactly the same thing with AMD. I bought at that low point during the morning and waited until it got back up close to its peaks. I didn't quite get $1 per share out of AMD, but I got close to $1 out of AMD. So I am going to call today a day over. It's a day of a small win, and I'm going to take a cash tradable balance of $5,600 into tomorrow morning, and I will repeat the process. Thank you for watching this video. If you're liking these videos and if you subscribe to the channel, that really helps me out. I'm just growing this channel, so I really appreciate your support. My name is Edward James Carey with Praxis Living. You've been watching my $1 million journey, session 8. Thank you for your continued support. You can catch the next video for this series, session 9, right over here.